All right, and we're live.
We are?
Yeah, we're live. Well, we're not live, it's just recording.
Am I allowed to cuss?
Yeah, if you want.
Okay.
So, thank you for you can
I'm
leave it
gonna
on
set this
No,
over here.
You can leave it on the table if you need
Nah,
it.
it's okay. It's all good.
Thank you for attending your podcast.
Thank you for having me.
Still very new, like I said. You're only the second guest.
Yeah.
Yes.
How do I get to be a guest? I just said yes to this without any
I say guest, but really, the purpose of this podcast is for me to just learn and record from my friends and people that I meet.
Okay.
Because I'm in such a developmental stage in my life.
Mm-hmm.
So the people that I'm meeting right now are just some of the most interesting people, including my friends. They're just going through so much cool stuff.
Yeah.
And I can't keep it all in the capacity of what my mind is. So I need to rely on the media in order to document some of it.
So do you go back and listen to this and dissect it after?
Like I said, this is all new, so I haven't done much with it yet.
Gotcha. Okay.
It's an experiment, but yeah.
Well, I will give you all of me right now to dissect.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what's up?
What am I?
Well, you just got home from Vietnam. So
I did just get home from
that?
Vietnam. I went by myself.
Yeah.
That's always the first thing I say about it is I went by myself.
Would you like any tequila?
I'm good with wine.
Okay, I'm gonna have some
Okay.
for myself.
Nice shot glass.
Thanks. I'm actually gonna put one on the side since I'll drink a tequila on my own.
What is this?
Casamigos. I had some.
Agave?
Agave is the plant that makes tequila.
Uh-huh.
So Casamigos is the brand.
Yeah. Your room is really cold.
Do you need a blanket
No,
or something?
I'm good. It's just, it was just Vietnam.
Ah, gotcha.
I'm not adjusted yet.
So anyways, before I start distracting you, how was it?
Go ahead.
I'm just gonna sip it. I'm not gonna take a shot.
Oh, okay. It was good for me.
Okay.
When it was good, it was great. But when it was bad, it was just like hard.
So we'll start with the good stuff then. How was it great? Or when was it great?
In 2.5 weeks, I don't know. I just as immediately when you get there, you know you're there. It's just like culture shock. It's just breathtaking all at once. It's a beautiful country, and the people are happy because they're drunk most of the time. And for me, like, this is all in my opinion. Freedom was like redefined because I'm coming from a country who stands for freedom and everything, and then coming to Vietnam, you realize that, you know, maybe that's a freer country because you can do whatever, whenever, with whoever. It's just free. Everyone's just willy-nilly. You can do literally anything you want without it being mitigated by law enforcement or anything. And then, so that was interesting. That was fun at the beginning. I think eating everything at first was fun. Everybody warned me, like, not to eat ice or vegetables or whatever. I did not listen. I just did that immediately. Because I'm in Vietnam, I might as well, you know? And I got my shot, so I wanted to see if it would work. And it did. I was fine.
Yeah?
I was fine, yeah.
Just testing the modern medicine.
Yeah.
Cool.
I did get food poisoning after a while, though. So that does wear off.
Do you know what you ate that caused it, or is it just
I think
one
it
day?
was... Well, my grandma refried food that was already fried, and I think all the oils just... I couldn't take it.
Mm.
So then I ended up puking and throwing up. That's the same thing. But puking, and then I was emptying out both ways. Back and forth. I also went to the club that night and had stuff to drink, which was like another bad idea, but yeah. It's just like, I think when I think back to it, because now, like lately I've just been recollecting everything, the highlights of it was just hitting like intensities. I think most of the trip was just an intense situation for me. Just like my environment was like a lot to handle, a lot to understand at once. Being in Saigon, I went to probably the most dangerous street in the entire world. It's like
The whole world, or just
I think so.
or the whole country.
The whole country, probably Asia.
Mm.
It was very
There's
dangerous.
some pretty dangerous streets in this world. You know?
No, the drug scene was just wild. And in Vietnam, you can also like ride your bike or drive in any direction you want. At the same time, foot traffic is going on. So there was just accidents happening left and right with like people who were high as shit or snorted like so much cocaine and just like went balls crazy on this just one street where like there's EDM club after EDM club after EDM club blasting their speakers. And this is 3 o'clock in the morning and I'm like walking down the street and I'm like seeing death happen around me. That was intense. That's one of the things I remember. That was just like...
So was it dangerous because you just saw the amount of chaos, or was it dangerous because you felt threatened in that area?
Dangerous because I saw the amount of chaos
Okay,
happening.
but you didn't physically feel threatened then.
I mean, anything could have happened to me because my entire surrounding was like...
Okay.
Even if I could try to be careful, someone could hurt me
Yeah.
in some sort of way. Just being offered weed was like weird.
I wonder what the difference between the western weed and the eastern weed's like.
I don't want to know.
Yeah?
I don't want to know.
Yeah.
No, I didn't. I just tried to leave as soon as possible.
Yeah.
But it was just like... It was so ugly to me, you know? That's a country that, like, runs through my blood. I wasn't born there, but still part of my identity. And just to see that kind of just felt... I was uneasy.
But you said that was in Saigon.
Yeah.
So that's
not my hometown.
Yeah, but that's the biggest city in Vietnam.
Yeah.
Right. So that's if a Vietnamese person who grew up in Vietnam their whole life, out on the patties, just came to New York City all of a sudden and landed right in there.
Yeah.
And then said, "Whoa, this is America." But
Maybe.
you know, it could have just been that dynamic of not necessarily the country.
I don't know, but at the same time, I don't think people had much to live for after that. They were just living day by day. Just doing whatever you could get by to make money to eat for the day. And then I realized the whole big difference is just prosperity.
Yeah.
And I try to look for that all throughout Vietnam because that's what I was just raised in here. And I just couldn't find that. Yeah, I think that's what's like... I'm still like playing with that thought. And it's making me sick almost.
So, this is kind of a long shot, but do you think maybe the lack of hope is what threw you off? In that in America, no matter what situation we're in, we tend to have this feeling of things are going to get better.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to work out of this.
Mm-hmm.
But you feel that this chaos, whatever environment that you encounter there, they're stuck.
Yeah.
Okay.
They're stuck, but also they know what it was like to be the greatest city in the world. Because before Ho Chi Minh City, it was Saigon, and then the fall of Saigon happened back when Vietnam was the leading Asian country over Singapore, over... Japan would have dreamed to be Vietnam.
So you're saying Vietnam is bigger than China?
Used to.
Really? Interesting.
No.
I don't know
Economically?
anything about Eastern history.
Historically,
Yeah.
economically,
Yeah.
yes.
Interesting.
But then this whole shift happened, and then it just crashed.
So you're talking about the Vietnam War?
Yes.
Caused it? Interesting. What was Vietnam
before.
Yeah, what did it provide economically that made it such a
Rice.
powerhouse? Interesting. Hmm.
But what
Wow.
had happened was, and I researched this prior, and I saw it while I was there, was that irrigating water to the rice fields, because, Vietnam's just like a long ass country, and then the border is just this like river, that the river starts in China, so whatever, it irrigates south. It all moves southwards. Whatever happens up here will eventually come down here. So since China wants to buy out Vietnam for land and the economical resources and everything, now that it's a communist country and it's under persuasion of communism, they can control the economy by fucking with the river.
Yeah.
By blocking irrigation or by polluting it, so that Vietnam has less rice to export. It's a threat.
Yeah.
That, and I wanted to go visit my mom's side, but my family wouldn't let me because they're like, oh, that city's taken over by Chinese people now. Shit like that. I even talked to my grandparents who live here about it. They don't want to go back because they know it's not home anymore.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I know that my grandma, for a while, wanted to go back to Vietnam and was really excited about it. So I think you coming home from Vietnam and my parents talking about it made us all really inspired to want to go back. So I was like, why don't we go during Christmas break? Because my sister and I are off from school.
Yeah.
We're like, yeah, that's a good idea. And then I was up at my grandma's earlier talking to her. I said, yeah, we're planning a trip back to Vietnam. I'll buy you a ticket. She's like, yeah, save your money. Just go on your own. But, dude, I thought you wanted to go to Vietnam, man.
Yeah.
But my grandma's really bad at telling her why. She just is a very what person. But the why is just hidden inside of her.
Yeah.
Really deep inside of her. And to this day, I still won't know why she chooses to do things. But it could be a part of that.
Maybe that. I really do push for anyone to go to Vietnam. Like with all the bad things I put on the table, I think that the exposure to this is very essential to like your identity as a Vietnamese person as well, growing up in America. I'm ultimately 100%, 1,000 times more grateful, more motivated, and just, I feel like my heart has shifted into more of a right place.
So what specifically are you grateful for now?
Living at my father's home,
Mm-hmm.
growing up, I felt like the world has aligned where I would live like my dad, where my grandma would wake me up every morning and make me food. My grandpa would lecture me and talk to me because they see my dad through me. Everyone I met, they didn't even need an introduction. They're like, you look like, are you his daughter? Because you smile just like him. I'm like, yeah. You talk just like him too. All of that. So I just felt like looking around this house, I'm like, dang, like my dad was my age, like younger, when he was going through a lot and preparing to leave this and everything. Because, your parents can tell you endless amount of stories of how they grew up and everything, and you hear it all over and over again. But then the moment I'm not with my dad anymore and I'm actually living the life that that's always been a bedtime story to me, it becomes crazy real. I mean, it is real, but it's just crazy because I see it all happening. It's all true, and I'm just very thankful that he escaped, not knowing that he would make it alive, but just like the dream of the possibility of getting a better life for your future family, and then doing it. I mean, I sat on a boat for probably 40 minutes where he was on it for 20 days, and I wanted to die. But this whole trip was just like dedicated to my dad, and I felt like he was there with me even though he wasn't. So, yeah.
Wow, that's beautiful.
Yeah.
That's really cool. I was on a cool talk with my dad last night, and I was just trying to make him flattered. And I said,
Don't we all?
yeah, I guess sometimes we try too hard to kiss our dad's asses.
Yeah,
but
me too.
I said, I think the first generation immigrants, so us, we were born in America, but our parents immigrated here, are all a lineage of just extremely hardworking kids. Whether or not we go to college, whether or not we graduate with super good grades or whatever, we're just hard workers because it runs in our blood. The blood that runs through us, the brains that were inherited are of people that had the courage to leave their home and go into the unknown. Because it was during a time when they didn't have pictures and media of what to expect. Now we have the luxury of saying, oh, I'm going to take a trip to Vietnam. Let's check out a few places I'm going to. But they didn't.
Like, have resources.
Well, for example, you said your dad's on the boat for 40 days. What kind of shit is that? 40
20,
days? 20? Okay,
yeah,
20 days? And then that's just wild. And yeah, it's interesting. I don't know how wholeheartedly I mean that, as in we're all hard workers. I'm pretty lazy, but it's...
No, but
it's just nice to tell your parents that, because then they have the feeling and security that, okay. Because at the end of the day, they always push it on me that they're not doing it for them, they do it for you. They do it for their
and
kids.
you're like,
it's like, chill, dude.
But then we take that, and sometimes we let that pressure us so hard. We're like, oh my god, I have to do this because my parents. At least for me, growing up academically, it wasn't for me at all. Mm-hmm. It was for my parents. It still is sometimes. They want that for you. So it's ironic in that way.
It's an exchange.
It's an exchange.
Is that how you feel?
Yeah.
Okay.
But I'm just eternally grateful.
Yeah.
And just seeing, like, the cousins.
We're recording, Mom.
Just, I think that...
See, so this is the funniest part about this podcast is most people who run podcasts are old, successful, mature people. And I live in my parents' basement, and I just invite people over, and I host it in this relatively professional-looking environment, or at least from the camera angle it does.
Yeah.
But it's in the comfort.
They don't see what's back there.
Yeah, but it's my bedroom. So that's the part that I'd rather be transparent about, because I don't give a shit.
That's
it's
okay.
Because at the end of the day, I'm doing this podcast for me.
Yeah.
And what I want to see if I can give people attention in return for just lessons and experiences, because I can't live all experiences, but I can at least try to document them and take what I can from them. So, Anyways, before that interruption, what were you saying? Sorry. I have no idea.
I have no idea, but I'm gonna talk about another thing.
Sure, yeah.
You know that one meme that's like the human brain, and then the next one's just like a couple neurons firing out, but then the last one is like...
Yeah.
That was me every day. I was going crazy in Vietnam, because when you're driving down the road and you're, I don't know, like 20th Street, you pass by all these buildings and you know what they are, the stores and stuff. Because you read English and it doesn't, like, you just know what that is right away. I know how to read Vietnamese, and I'm continually practicing that. But when I'm driving down the streets, I just get just a massive migraine. I have to close my eyes because, like, I'm processing everything that I see. I'm reading everything, and I'm putting yos and stuff. It's not my native language, so I'm going crazy. And I just get the worst headaches down the street. I have to close my eyes, or else I will read everything. That was just that's just a funny thing.
That's
but like
funny.
going to Japan, like I don't know how to make out these characters, so I'm not even trying. So
Yeah.
it's fine.
So your mind does twice as much work because you have to read it, then you have to translate it to
Yes.
English, then your mind understands what English is. So it's
Yeah.
that extra step because
Mm-hmm.
when we read an English word, because it's our native language, our mind recognizes that.
Yeah.
But we have to go from Vietnamese to English to what we recognize.
Yeah, and for the first day, I was like, oh my god, I'm learning so much because I'm learning about conjugations and all these little Vietnamese, like I'm learning how you would teach an American speaker, an English speaker Vietnamese. Like, I'm doing it interchangeably. But then after a while, I wasn't even trying. I didn't want to anymore. I didn't want to be able to read anymore because it just hurt my head so bad. Yeah.
Wow. Nice. So you just quickly got burned out with the language.
Yeah, I got burned out.
Okay.
Yep.
Nice. Well, so then, is there anything else you'd like to talk about your trip that you'd like to share?
No. I went to Japan.
Yeah. How long were you in Japan?
My first layover was 10 hours and my second was 20 hours coming back.
So did you go outside of the airport?
Oh, hell yeah, I did.
Nice.
Yeah, I really wanted to just, like, maximize the 20 hours I had in Tokyo. So, landed at, like, 4, figured out the train system, got on, went to, like, Shinjuku, which is, like, the major shopping district or whatever. Didn't know what the hell I was doing this whole time. Everyone speaks English in Japan, though, so that's okay, but it's, like, accented, so it's kind of cute. Got there, found a hostel, and this is like a capsule, so the room is only as big as the twin-size bed. And then you get a little TV, and, like, it's super cool.
That's weird. Whoa.
Yeah, you
That's so
climb
weird.
into it. So there's, like, a room, a hallway, there's, like, 40 beds. 20 on the bottom and 20 on top, and they're all capsules, so you pull down your little, like, garage door.
Huh.
And it's just a bed.
That's cool.
Yeah,
How much was that?
$20.
Oh.
That's cheap, too.
For a day?
For a night.
For
A
night?
day, sure.
Okay. Oh, because you got in 4 in the morning? Or?
I got in at 4 p.m.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Cool.
Yep.
That's dope.
Yeah.
What else? Did you eat there?
Oh, yeah.
What'd you eat?
Everything. I just kept eating because I wanted to maximize it.
Yeah.
It was like, whatever. I had takoyaki. I
So
had...
tacos?
No,
I'm just
no.
kidding. I'm just
They're
kidding.
like fried little squid balls.
Oh, yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
The
Have you had
street
them at
food thing.
Banchan?
No, but
Oh, okay.
I watched that video about it.
Yeah, it's like the street food thing.
Okay.
I had pork katsu, just fried pork slices. Ramen, of course, like a miso ramen. I had a little tuna mayo onigiri, which is a little rice ball wrapped in the seaweed paper. And lots of sake.
Nice.
Yeah. It took me a while to, like, transition to just the culture, though. Everything is just so efficient. When paying for things, you don't handle money where you eat, because that's dirty. Money is dirty. So you pay after you eat, like, at the counter. Or you pay before in the little machine slot. And you just, like, choose what you want. Yeah. You don't interact with the waiters or waitresses. If you want to, you call them over where there's, like, a button. Otherwise, that time is respectfully yours.
I've noticed too. Well, I haven't noticed. I've heard that in other countries they don't tip. It's
No.
just not a thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's only in America. Well, not only, but predominantly in America that waitress and waiter wages are really low,
Yeah.
and they rely on tips.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah. I prefer not to tip.
Oh yeah.
After, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sure they get paid fair wages wherever they work there, but, like, I wish we didn't tip here. They also, everything is reversed, so, like, you would normally, walking on a street to the right, you would walk on the right side of it, but it's flipped. So you walk on the left. And my dumb ass kept walking on the right because I just naturally felt like that. And I'm walking into traffic, and they're just like, what the? They would just kept bumping into me, and my Midwestern ass was like, oh, sorry. And then I caught on, and I was like, oh, we walk on this side. Yeah.
This feels off.
That, and like the cars were in reverse, so like the driver's side is on the right side, and then traffic runs the opposite direction.
Yeah. Resembles a parallel universe.
Yeah, you can't get your food to go. Like, after you finish, you like didn't finish your food, you can't take the rest of it home. You don't do that. You can't share food. Like, we can't order, if we were to go get like a bowl of ramen, we couldn't share it. We'd have to get 2 bowls. Yeah.
What do you mean you can't share?
Like, if we wanted to get a slice of cake,
yeah,
we'd have to get like 2 slices of cake.
Can you ask for 1 slice of cake cut in half? Or?
No, you don't really share food.
Huh.
Or you don't tell them that. Yeah. Oh, and when you eat ramen, you gotta slurp that bitch up so that the chef can hear you, because that's like respect.
Yeah.
So that's how they know you like it.
Interesting. I think I've heard that before, but the sharing food thing. So just
share
culturally, they don't share food.
No, culturally, everyone gets their own thing. If you don't finish it, then whatever.
Really? So they don't order big center table dishes. Let's say they get a pallet of raw fish cut. They don't share that? It's not. They don't do appetizers.
Like family style thing?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
I mean, maybe that's okay because that's intentionally, yeah, but like, yeah, no, we couldn't just, if we wanted to snack on ramen real quick, we couldn't just order 1 bowl for the both of us.
Oh, interesting. Wait,
or we shouldn't let them see it. That's rude. Yeah.
I remember looking up something about Japanese eating etiquette. Yeah. And there's a lot of things, unspoken things that they just don't do.
Yes.
But even Japanese don't know all of them.
Yeah.
Either. So it's just
rice and chopstick thing. If you stick your chopsticks straight into your rice bowl, it's standing straight up, that's bad luck. Like, you're bad luck.
Yeah. So why do you think there's just these predisposed...
I don't know, Shintoism?
So it could be just less religious, but more of just this cultural / spiritual connection.
Yeah. The country is so efficient, though. I was out... Didn't go back to the hotel thing till 3, 4 in the morning. I was out just lurking in the streets of Tokyo. Everything is still open. They never close. Nothing. I mean, like stores, like Uniqlo and stuff, they closed, and I really wanted to go, but restaurants, bars, of course, nothing ever closed, and it was a Monday night. And there were still people walking outside, like...
But then again, that's Tokyo, you know?
That was a part of Tokyo.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean...
I guess New York would be the same thing.
I've never been to New York City, but I could imagine there's a lot of places that just don't close there.
Yeah, but Tokyo is huge.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was wild. No, but I want to go back again. I hated being alone. I wish...
To Tokyo or Vietnam?
Tokyo.
Oh.
Both, but like
yeah.
Tokyo.
Okay. Cool.
Tokyo. No, I spent more money that night alone than my entire Vietnam trip.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow. For real?
Mm-hmm.
Nice. Is it because it was more expensive, or just there was more to buy?
Translated, the same currency as, like, America.
No, I'm saying...
Oh, yeah, more to buy. Well, things were expensive. Food was affordable.
Okay. How much was a bowl of ramen?
For, like, $5.
Oh, that's pretty good. Yeah, that's really good.
But there's, like, smaller portions, though. And you just eat a lot. I don't know. I would just walk, stop, eat, walk, stop, eat. Because everyone's just giving me, like, recommendations. I'm like, yeah, let's do it.
Nice. Hops on its own.
Do you have enough room on it?
Let's keep going. There's plenty of room. It's just, I don't know if that was a feature on it where it just stopped recording after a certain amount of time.
Does it stop recording or does the screen dim?
Both. I have no idea. I'm still trying to figure out the technology that I use.
So is it going?
Yeah, it's going. Is there not a light?
I don't know.
Who cares?
Whatever.
Whatever.
Just catching up. But yeah.
So, sorry for that interruption. You said that it's healthy for you to travel alone, and I asked you, what about it did you need?
I just missed my friends. It was like being at Disney World alone.
No, I was saying, what about traveling alone did you need?
Oh.
To travel alone to help you?
Just independence, just to be scared.
Ah, so you think you just were in an uncomfortable environment?
Just to be uncomfortable.
And not have the comfort of pushing your discomfort to someone else?
Yes.
Ah, okay. Cool. That's interesting.
I think I like to be uncomfortable. Oh, no. I don't love it, but like, I know I need it. So whenever I know I need that, I just make myself go somewhere alone.
Yeah. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
That's dope. So, yeah, is there anything else about your trip? That was cool.
I held a squid. Or I held an octopus. Yeah.
Was it a big one?
I learned octopuses are almost like my favorite animal now. Because they're so smart. I don't know how much you know about octopus, but I learned so much about them.
I'm not a octopus expert, but there's some fucking wild animals.
Yeah.
They're pretty dope. I think they can camouflage your bodies.
They can genetically code their genes. Or, I don't know why I just said that. But yeah, they can camouflage to anything.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool. They can do a lot of shit,
They can fit. There's a 600-pound octopus that fit through a quarter-size hole in a boat to escape.
Whoa.
It's on YouTube.
That's pretty wild.
It's kind of nasty. Like, yeah, I held one, and then it felt so weird because it started like sucking on me.
Whoa.
I didn't like it.
There's a theory that octopus might be aliens. As in they came from an outside world.
Uh-huh.
And came in the form of just DNA stuck to an asteroid or something.
Yeah.
And just land. I'm probably butchering this theory.
I read the story about this octopus that lives in an aquarium, and every late night hour, this like the worker guy throws like shrimp in so they can eat it. And he threw in one bad shrimp, so he went back to his desk to work, and the octopus knows where he goes. Octopus took that bad shrimp, climbed out of the aquarium, because they know how to escape no matter where they are. They just choose not to, because they know they'll just get put back in.
Yeah.
Left, threw the shrimp at the worker, and then scurried back into the aquarium. Like, fuck you, man!
That's funny.
Yeah. Or there's another one where there's these octopus that like think they don't get enough food, and they know where they keep the food, and they know on the hour that people come by to check up on them because they tend to escape. So whenever it's time, it's free for them to go. They'll just escape, grab more food, and bring it back for their homies.
That's funny.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Look it up. All these stories about octopus are like funny as shit.
Yeah, I think they're so intelligent. Part of me wants to raise one, but I think it would end up raising me.
I think at night it would like steal my brain.
Yeah, I don't fucking know.
I think I would be the pet.
Right, that's what I was saying. Is
yeah,
I would try to raise one, and it would end up raising me.
Mm-hmm. So I ate so much octopus while I was there.
Oh, so to pay homage to how intelligent they are, you said to eat them. Right?
I wanted to be smarter, so I ate them.
Gotcha.
So maybe I could like get.
That's definitely my theory too. I know how smart they are. I'm thinking I'm trying to inherit.
When I eat different animals, I'm like, I'm gonna inherit something new. That's why I really want to eat like snake.
What about a snake you want to inherit?
I don't know. I want to be like
sneaky.
snake.
Okay, Foolery.
Yeah, when I ate the mouse, all I could think about was like, what am I gonna get out of this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I felt like it had a better sense of smell.
Yeah.
Yes.
I didn't know mice were known for their smell.
Wait, aren't they known for like night vision or smell?
I don't know. I'm not very inspired by mouse at all, so I don't
I don't know.
do much research about
It
them.
was good though.
Nice. Cheers.
Cheers.
So, anything else about that trip then?
Recommend it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Went
So-
during the polar vortex, so.
Yeah, so you had a nice vitamin D vortex. Nice. So now that you're home, what's the next move?
Chillin'. I have another month to be kid.
Yeah.
Going apartment shopping tomorrow.
Okay.
Hopefully I can find something. Yeah.
Okay.
Just, I don't know. Spending time with my family. Taking time to just not rush a move in. Yeah.
Okay.
This is a really good part for me. This is, a transitional phase. Because I'm done with the college life. I'm gonna start the adult working full-time life soon. I get to have a little time to just recollect and reflect and look forward to and kind of just prep myself.
Give thanks.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. So, what have you been planning for the next couple weeks? Oh, hey, Anthony asked me about the formal dance thing. Are you gonna be home to go to that?
Yes, I will do
Okay.
that for him. I
Okay.
think it's just us.
Yeah, I'm perfectly fine with it. I have to get my suit tailored though, so
You're wearing a suit?
it's a gala event. You have to.
Is this gonna be prom again?
No, it's not.
Yeah. I don't know what I'm wearing, but yeah, I'll go.
Okay. Cool.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I was debating between if I want to ask you or Anthony to be my date, but Anthony denied me. So, would you like to be dates to go to the gala event?
Sure.
Okay, cool. It's a date
Yeah,
then.
it's a date.
Nice. Do a handshake or nice. Excited to go with you. Cool.
Uh-huh. What color are you wearing?
I'll be wearing a suit that's gray.
Okay.
That's it. I only have one suit.
Alright. Yeah, I'll be there.
Okay. I've never been to a gala event, so. You have
I
to
just
bring
know they're
money.
pulling money out of you.
Oh, so you have to donate? Fuck
Yes,
that.
this is why he invited the both of us.
Why?
I don't know. For some reason, we're dependable financially.
I don't have any money, so
I don't either, but I don't know.
that's funny.
Yeah. No, he we were like hanging out, all of us friends, and then he like kicked me. He was like, "Do not bring up the gala because I only invited you to donate." And I was like, "What?"
Interesting. Well, should
I feel flattered that he thinks I'm rich, but also don't be offended when you realize I'm not.
yeah. It'd be interesting if he made a commission for how much people donate that he invited.
Oh God, no, not a charity like that. I would not.
Oh, it's a charity.
It's his Camp Kesem thing.
See, I've never been to a gala. I don't understand what
it's
it
to
is.
fund their camp. Do you know what the camp is?
No.
It accepts kids who their parents have cancer. They send them to a camp just to kind of relieve the stress and the sadness of having a parent with cancer.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, so that, I guess for the sake of the podcast, I'll just put the information if people want to donate. I don't know how popular this thing is actually going to be. But,
Camp Kesem.
Okay, I'll just put the information on it.
Yes. Donate to, I don't
No, but that sounds like a really good cause, though. Because a lot of times...
Anthony works the whole week for free. Actually, he's been working the entire year planning this gala, too. All for free, all of the goodness of his heart.
Nice. Yeah, I think it's good to focus on the patient themselves, but the families are important too because they struggle, but they have to be strong for everyone around them, and especially the children, they just need some place to just know that they can be vulnerable. So I think that's a good opportunity.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay, I'll donate some of my money, some of my
try to
my
yeah,
cash.
I try to
some of
scope
my
out
bread.
like, okay, shit, I've never been to gala. I don't know how much to donate because it's not going to be like $20.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good like hundo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I guess I gotta save for that then. Budget properly so I can
I'm like,
donate.
oh my god, I'm gonna pay for rent.
Interesting.
Pay for gala. No, but I want to go.
Yeah.
I just see like everything he does for it, and yeah,
Okay.
for no reason, and it's totally unlike him to do that.
Yeah. That's good. So, is there anything else you'd like to talk about?
No,
or-
why don't you say something? Why don't you run your mouth?
About what? I don't know.
I don't know. What have you been dabbling into lately?
I've been swimming a lot.
Really?
That's really the first thing that comes to my mind. Yep. Swimming a lot, actually. Not a lot, as in... I'm swimming often. I think that's a better word to put it.
Yeah.
So every morning I wake up before work and I go swimming. I got a membership to the community pool.
Oh.
And I get up, do my yoga.
You don't do
brush-
the whole Navy SEAL training thing, do you?
No, I know.
Oh,
No, I
okay.
just get in and do some laps.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah. And swimming used to be so hard for me because it was so tiring.
It's fatiguing.
And I would run out of breath.
Yeah.
And then me running out of breath would make me want to swim faster so I can take another breath
Yeah.
out of lack of oxygen. But I read a book that showed me how to swim better. And, well, this book was a
Born to swim.
No, no. This book was called, it was a Tim Ferriss book called The 40-Hour...
Work week.
No, 4-Hour Body.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wait, what am I thinking of?
The 4-Hour Body by Tim Ferriss. And in it talks about all kinds of physical cheats, right? And one of it was how to swim better. And I just followed a few tips that are in there.
How do you swim better? I'm the
So,
worst at swimming.
The first thing that helped me was while I'm swimming is we stroke. I'm talking about freestyle, the typical freestyle.
Yeah.
When we breathe, we tend to keep swimming, and then we breathe, but you forget to breathe out. So, the first key is breathe out while you're swimming, and then breathe in when you take a breath. That way you get more air in, because if you don't, when you go to take a breath, you have to take time to breathe out and breathe in. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So then you have more time to reserve towards air intake. You just slowly release it down here. The second thing...
That's so easy.
Yeah. The second thing is that I realize it makes me faster and more efficient. Is go for stride rather than stroke. And by that, I mean to go faster and more efficient. The goal is not to swim faster. The goal is to make a longer stride with each stroke. So, take that for what it is, I guess. And then, another thing is swim on your side. So, typically people swim like this,
Yeah.
but it's more of a stroke and you throw your body. And you throw your body. And you throw your body. And you throw your side like that. So, this is about how fast I stroke. But I'm cooking it. Like, I'm going fast as fuck. I feel like I'm flying. It's awesome. So, there's that.
Are you still on 4 a.m. wake ups?
4:30.
4:30.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
It's been good. I think I've just built the habit. So I just get up and put in the reps. And it's...
Yoga?
Yeah, I do yoga every morning.
That's good. I do it every night.
Nice. Good. Yeah, I love you. But the problem is... I need to get back to focusing on yoga because now I just do it and I just look forward to being done with it. I need to get back to where my mind connects with my body and not looks at
Is it because it's repetitive?
Could be that, and I'm not allowing it to be a significant part of my life, and more of a repetitive part of my life, as in, if I do pull-ups or something, that's repetitive, because I just do it for the sake of doing it to get stronger.
Yeah.
But yoga is a very meditative thing, and it used to be super spiritual for me. Not in a way that I prayed during it, but more just that it was a really meditative thing that I was actually connecting with what my body was telling me. I'd get in a pose, and I'd feel a little tightness,
Yeah.
and I just would breathe into that and loosen it up. Maybe it's all just placebo, and I'm thinking about it too much.
No,
but
it's not. Yoga is some real shit.
Yeah, but just that connection. So I'm trying to redirect my focus towards that time that I reserve for yoga to focus on it rather than just looking to the end of it. But yeah, that's about it. But it's been so good. Swimming has been awesome to me. I just love it. And I don't know how much longer I want to continue it.
Yeah.
I'm mainly doing it until the snow melts.
Yeah.
So I can run a little bit in the morning, but I might go back and forth with running and swimming. So, yeah. But the other morning, I went to go swimming, and there was this old dude. Those were really nice. He was a cute old man. Super old, too. Where he had the coconut hair, where there's just little tiny little hands, right? And he's swimming. And I go out to swimming before him. He comes out, swims. I don't even know this one, but I saw him in the locker room, right?
Yeah.
Go back in the locker room, I'm taking a shower, and then as I finish, I turn the thing to turn off the shower, and I look over, and he's showering too.
Yeah.
And I just happened to glance down. I didn't mean to look at his dick, but I did.
You looked at the dick.
He had this hog. I mean, this shit was bigger than my fucking forearm. This guy had been 90 years old, and it just... Yeah, I didn't make eye contact with him, but then I just ran back to my locker.
You were scared?
Yeah, I was fucking scared. I thought he was gonna rape me. So then I put on my clothes, and then as I'm leaving, I just couldn't help but just look over to see him again. He was putting on his clothes.
Because you were like, it couldn't have been that big.
No, but I wasn't trying to look at his dick again. I was just trying to, like...
You're trying to... Okay,
he was on my mind, so I just happened to glance at him as I was walking out, and he was just looking at me, just smiling, just staring at me, and just... He knew I saw his dick! I said, oh no! Oh, dude, he had a fucking hog, though. I was like, oh my lord.
So did you go swimming the next day?
I don't know if he smiled because he saw my little dick, and he was like, that's cute, you know? And then that's kind of just the vibe he was giving me. He's like, yeah. I see you've never seen a grown man dick before or something. I don't know what that motherfucker
Oh
is.
my god.
That was awesome.
Oh my god.
Yeah. But swimming's still great though. I'm still gonna go swimming. He didn't ruin swimming for me. He just
ruined the locker room.
No, he just ruined my confidence. So
okay.
yeah. Who knew?
Were you like... Was it dick envy or were you scared?
No, I was scared. I definitely saw that thing.
Dick
Like
envy?
If
you were scared, I can only imagine what girls...
If I had to be put in a situation where I had to suck a guy's dick, I unzipped his pants and I saw that thing, I would zip that shit back up. Catch the dick right in the middle of it, I don't care. And that thing was scary. But it could have been too, I wasn't wearing my glasses, so everything was blurry. It could have just been extra pixelated, but god damn.
Things are pixelated when you don't wear your glasses?
Kind of. Not...
When you're not even staring at like a computer.
See, I wasn't staring at his dick though. I wasn't staring. I just happened to glance.
That's called pixelated bukkake.
No, but it could have been just my glance, and then my imagination just started to form this thing. But
I had
it
way
was just
too much chlorine.
It was just more of the look that he gave me as I was leaving.
Made it bigger in your head.
Yeah, just like as I was driving my car after that back home, I just kept thinking of that look he gave me. Like he knows he's got a big dick, so. Yeah, definitely bigger than mine, without a doubt. But Jesus Christ, in my imagination, that thing was a hammer. So, Lord have mercy. Yeah, but I'm still gonna swim. So, yep. Anything else? Is there anything you'd like to do in the next few weeks?
What time? I mean,
7:30. I mean, if you want to wrap it up, otherwise we can keep chit-chatting. I don't care. But
What time do you have to go?
we can leave in about 15 minutes or 20 minutes.
I don't know. Yeah.
Okay. Then, if we can just wrap this up here.
No, thank you for having me. This is a really cool thing.
No, thanks for being here. It was fun.
Yeah.
It was cool. Cheers to
Cheers.
podcast number 2. I'm still trying to get used to just this talking thing
Yeah.
and making it feel natural. So, yeah.
Would you like to be in mine sometime? I'd really love for you to be in mine.
Sure. I'm down. Let's do it.
Yeah. Let's do it.
Okay, cool.
It's like an hour thing though, so maybe another time.
Cool. Do you want to plug your podcast or anything like that?
Yeah, I won't drop it until I'm all done with it.
Oh, so you haven't posted anything yet?
No.
Okay.
I've made everything, but it's just like precious to me.
Okay. So what is your podcast about?
It turned into I told you what it was before. It's just like this, like conversations with my friends about the shit we've been through.
Mm-hmm.
So we're just recollecting our own moments. But then as I was recording this with a couple people that I've done already, it just became very emotional for the both of us. And not to scare you because you haven't done it yet, but that's just when we're going down like memory lane, we just think about like how necessary it was for us to go through that together. And yeah, it just gets emotional. It's beautiful. That's why once I was doing it, I was like, oh, I need to slow down. I need to stop for a while. I can't be having these conversations with people like too often because that just gets so worked up. But they turned out so well, and I cherish them. So I'm taking it really slow. But one day, I'll just release them in bunches at a time.
Cool.
But yeah.
Okay. Well, then I'm excited to check them out.
That's my podcast.
I'd love to listen to them.
Yeah. I haven't named it yet. But
Okay. You should just call it Christina Nguyen.
Christina's podcast.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for being on the show.
Thanks for having me.
With that being said,
For the wine.
I guess that's it. We're out, motherfuckers.
Sayonara.